Tribe, Grand Rising. Welcome back again. My name is Mr. Hall, spiritual leader, healer, teacher, guide, author, founder, adult educational entertainer for ethical purposes. I mean, so many different labels. The point is, the labels don't matter. I'm here to channel and give you a specific message, give you some energetic updates for the collective on this. If you want to book a personal session, you can click the link above, and that way we'll have one-on-one and be able to connect further. And for now, as reality catches up to what we would define ourselves as within many different communities and cultures, let's see what Spirit has to say. If you don't know already, as I begin the video, I begin to channel a few things that have already come up. Definitely, especially I'm picking up the Western civilization. This is the first thing, this change, this upheaval that we are going through with the government shutdown, which is interesting. Depending on where you fall on that spectrum, it may be beneficial, it may be an awakening for you yourself and tapping you further into spirituality, your spiritual energy. I never say spirituality as spirituality. So something about different dialects being picked up, different references to be made collectively. I'm picking up yoga as well. So some new practices will be adopted in relation to this. So politics coming up strongly. This can be office politics. This could be government-related politics. These can be interpersonal realities in politics. But something about the politics of a situation coming to the forefront that may resonate for someone. All right. So how I've been breaking the readings down recently. We'll first address the 3D, which is everyday living, practical life, and then we'll get into the 4th dimension, which would be more ancestral ancestors, messages, things of this nature, and then we get into the 5D, where we tap into infinite consciousness and awareness and connection. Okay, getting some messages from intergalactic energies, frequencies, more of the psychological warfare possibly. So let's see. I'm also really picking up, it goes down back into the previous reading, if you check it out. Things may relate for you as well there. I'm picking up this coming back, getting grounded. I'm picking up this grounded energy. I feel that a lot of the collective, especially if you identify or resonate with being an empath or specific terms that are used in spirituality and spiritual practices, it's been an upheaval, okay? And these political climates within yourself, externally to you, family dynamics, work and professional dynamics, these different dynamics have started to settle again despite the external events. Okay, yeah, in the recent past, it looks like, so this is what I'm picking up, using the Hermetic Tarot. Okay, I'm seeing that in the recent past, 10 of Wands reversed. All right, I'm picking up that it looks like a burden has been lifted, and 10 of Wands is a lot of passionate, fiery energy. It looks like whatever was just coming at you or felt very, very heavy and bringing you down, possibly energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whichever pathway, there was some type of heavy aspect bringing you down. It looks like that energy has passed now. So that's a really positive sign. Okay. So before I shuffled the cards, the energy has already been cleared. This is already an intention that was set prior to even beginning the video, similar to channeling as soon as the video begins. But what I'm sensing is in the recent past, there was something that a burden was lifted off of you, some type of burden, and you surpassing that and possibly gaining some affluence with the Knight of Pentacles. So making some progression forward to some financial details, making some progressions forward to your monetary status, okay? Or there could have possibly been, as they connect together, some type of monetary relief as well. And that seems to be a heavy focus within the community right now. I would say globally, okay, as the planet's shifting through energies. And then we have the Princess of Cups in the near future. Princess of the Palace of the Floods. So a flood may be significant. There may be a flood of monetary wealth coming to you. There may be a flood of ancestral wealth coming to you. And I'm picking up, you're stepping, currently you're in this focus of moving forward into fertile lands, okay? Really moving forward and moving yourself forward, maybe your family, depending on where you are and where and how you identify, but really moving yourself into the world in a more whole and complete sense, okay? And you are being guided possibly by some type of external force that you have made an agreement with, possibly in a past life or this life. I'm also picking up a soul commitment is what I'm picking up as well, some form of soul commitment, all right? And speaking of soul commitment, thank you so much to all of my new followers and subscribers throughout all of the platforms. Really appreciate you all. And that is relevant where you're giving grace and appreciation externally to yourself as well. That may have been something that you were stepping away from due to this heavy burden and all of the things that you were going through. All right, the number 20 may be significant, as well as 6. So you may be seeing 666, 222, 333. Okay, but there's some balance that is coming to you. Okay. And with the Princess of Cups, it's leading you into this emotional fulfillment. With it being upright, it's going to be very balanced emotions. You having clear thinking, your feelings and emotions, your energy and motion, moving you forward correctly as far as what you would like your next progression to be within the material realm, okay? Within the 3D realm, all right? So it looks like there may have been some big arguments, some real upheaval I'm picking up in the recent past. And this has been the trend throughout the most recent readings that I've done. So there was possibly a lot of chaos going on. There was a lot of attack. You may have been isolated. There may have been spiritual attack. There may have been energetic attacks. There may have been attacks to your beliefs, the way you see yourself, the way that you communicate. Either way, you're moving out of this energy, and it's putting you into this place of being in the night energy, really taking logical and practical steps forward to whatever perceived goal that you have to accomplish, as we would know that the goal is already yours, and it's simply you aligning with that goal, okay? And with the Princess of Cups, it looks like there's going to be a flood of emotion, right? And if you look with this dolphin spirit here, this may be in the form of pleasure as well, also a sea turtle. So getting into the ocean, really getting into water, right? Allowing yourself to flow, okay? As you've set these foundational groundworks for the practical practices that you want to implement into your daily life, okay? Take a look at the card. You may have some form of subconscious or energetic activation, as my readings are timeless and they are to be activating and confirmations and a space for you to meditate. So meditate on this card a bit. Something may activate for you and you may feel a bit lucid through that process. I noticed that the Hermetic Tarot cards really connect with me, and I have enriched them to do so for you as well. Okay, so that was pre-shuffle, what I'm picking up. So we'll go ahead and shuffle 1 or 2 more times. And remember, tribe, I want to build a community here, so go ahead and leave your comments. Let me know if it resonates. If you have questions, concerns, just go ahead and post so that we build our space through these changing times. No matter where you are in the world, no matter what time. Okay. So we have the Sun in reverse in the recent past that's coming up, all right? And then we have the 9 of Cups in reverse in the center, okay? And we have the 4 of Pentacles reversed, okay? So what I'm getting instantaneously is that depending on where you are in the timeline of your spiritual awakening, your spiritual activation, your energetic activation, your understanding of reality and your relation to it, right? Something that you may have thought was going to make you happy or bring you some form of wish fulfillment was not what it panned out to be, and you are moving forward now into regrounding and balancing yourself, right? Okay, and here's the Sun, okay, from the Hermetic Tarot deck. This is what it looks like if you get any activations, okay? The letters X and I may be very significant. Okay, X marks the spot. I'm also picking up, you can look into the Roman numeral meanings as well, spiritually. I would check that out for you. But what I'm seeing is that something that you thought was going to bring you fulfillment and happiness may have actually turned out to be a bigger burden than you thought, okay? Here. and let me do this. So something about you taking time out to recharge, and this recharge spiritually has allowed you to get yourself grounded, okay, and into a practical nature. But this time you're doing it balanced, all right, because we have the Nine of Cups reversed, and this is where that energy of not getting that fulfillment from what you perceived would bring you the ultimate happiness, or even I'm getting a bit further and deeper and back. So let me put this in clear words for you. Something from a past life, something from your childhood, some type of ingrained way of thinking or being has been separated from you, and you are now realigning to what really is your true self, the way that you're going to express yourself, the way that you're going to feel yourself throughout the world, right, and throughout reality. All right, because the Sun is a major arcana, and the Nine of Cups would represent the happiest one of the happiest fulfilling cards in the deck, right, as it's the Lord of material happiness. So from a practical, everyday, 3D, three-dimensional plane level and understanding, it looks like even if you have achieved this material wealth and harvest and it brought you happiness for a while, you're awakening to something more that is going to be fulfilling to you. And 1122 on the clock, so that's both of those being master numbers. If you are following any of the numerology or numerical meanings spiritually and what those mean. So some type of balanced abundance now, and alignment, a balanced alignment within yourself, okay, within your body. I'm picking up because we're focusing practically. This alignment, possibly even in the way of your thinking, has brought about you really searching for and aligning yourself with this Four of Pentacles. So building a new foundation and making it stable. And this has been brought about and giving you pathways due to that release of a perceived burden or a perceived way of thinking, because the wands do represent does and do. So you may have some something about Ebonics is coming up as well, but either way. So with the Four of Pentacles being reversed, okay, I'm seeing this as you stepping into another character or aspect of yourself. I'm picking up darker energy, all right? This may not in the terms of good or evil. This is a non-dualistic animism and omnism channel. So we're outside of those standard norms and narratives, okay? This is a space where you can be. So if we look at the imagery, I'm seeing the cross reversed. Simultaneously, I'm seeing a winged creature taking flight into a new direction, okay? So let me put it all together for you very calmly, all right, so you can hear. It looks like you had some type of burden or some type of attachment, maybe even some type of curse, some type of energetic drainage. I'm picking up energy vampirism, okay? And that can happen in many ways, not simply through touch, okay? We can do this through video, we can do this through imagery, we can do this through sound, through any of the senses. And even most primarily attacked would be the mental space. And this is coming up heavily as October, when I'm filming this, is also Mental Health Awareness Month, but specifically the day, I believe, is on the 8th. Either way, here in the Western world and America, and no matter where you are in the world, this has relevance because you are reaching new capacities and depths. I'm possibly also picking up the connection of new neural pathways. So the imagery and words that are coming to mind are topsy-turvy. So in the past, you may have accomplished a goal and gotten to a point where your spirit and your soul said stop, okay? Which I believe is a sign language for stop. Something about sign language may be significant. You may be picking up and feeling many signs. But since you went through this process of releasing that burden or perceived burden, however it fits for you, you were able to accomplish something, and you've realized that that really isn't going to be what brings you this Nine of Cups, this wish fulfillment, okay? On the flip side, you could be going through some emotional turmoil at this point as well, if you have not been able to receive a message similar to mine, I would definitely suggest looking at the other videos because there may be a message there for you as well, okay? But for the majority of the collective, I'm picking up that you're in this lighter energy that is now allowing you to move forward practically with whatever vision that you have in your mind to set out and complete, as we do have the Lord of earthly power represented by the Four of Pentacles, okay? So a real foundation being built, okay? And also picking up the hexagram, you may want to get into the Hermetic sciences, you may want to look into the Hermetic sciences to get a better understanding of these things. And I digress. You took time to release yourself from any external meaning of anything. So you became formless, you became limitless, you became boundless, okay? This is what I'm picking up. You stepped into your spiritual authority, your inherited divinity, all right? And through that, whatever profession or place that you found yourself, you've shifted now. And I mean, welcome. If you're new and you're entering your spiritual awakening, this is beautiful. If you are on the journey and have been in the journey, you're reaching new levels, not higher or lower specifically, but deeper and broader perspectives of your spiritual self, all right? And this will be making sense to those that need it. If it's not connecting for you, then this may not be the reading for you. Check out the other ones, but do link, share, subscribe, like, and comment, okay? Because someone out there may need this, all right? Yeah, and see, when I split the deck, I'm picking up the Wheel of Fortune, all right? And this is Lord of the Forces of Life. So you've really tapped in. I'm picking up you becoming your own dimension, you becoming and co-creating your own reality, parallel and in conjunction with reality as we have known it. And the number 10 may be significant for, I'm picking up this X, the letter X again coming up. I'm picking up this 10 as a new beginning, all right? The universe giving you a second chance, a new lease on creating, and creating from balance. I'm picking up balance, all right, with these scales here. Also something about diamond earrings. I'm also picking up earrings. So your ear may be ringing as well. Another significant sign spiritually. I'm not a medical professional, so do go check with your local medical professionals. If you have had, as it's called practically, would be sinusitis, tinnitus, either way. At times, those can be spiritual symbols and messages from your angels, ancestors, things like this, daemons, whichever you're subscribing to. But with the Wheel of Being, okay, yeah, so this is the truth. You're stepping into your fulfillment that is going to bring you into your true work, into your soul work, into what is going to put you into your North Node. If you're unfamiliar with your birth chart, I can also do that for you, book a session, and we can go deeply, do a deep dive into it, and I'll also do a reading for you. And with this Ace of Swords, this is letting you know that you know the truth, you are working towards the truth, and you are living in your truth. This is the energy that I'm picking up, just channeled this way. Also something about structure. So the archetypical, the architectural structure that you have been using, archetypical. So something about archetypes as well. You may be embodying a specific archetype, possibly gender irrelevant in the tarot and oracles. It's all energy. So you are embodying this Queen of Pentacles, or that may be significant as well, embodying the Queen of Pentacles and or the Queen of Cups energy, right? Where you are balanced between your emotions and your grounded down to earth energy. You are feeling your way through practicality. This is new. Feeling your way through practicality, and this is new for you possibly, all right? So stepping out of your mind, stepping out of these heavy burdens, okay? Stepping out of taking action in only one dimension. And when I say dimension, it's only in one perspective. You're really allowing yourself to flow. I keep getting the imagery of broader and deeper, more depth in yourself, and a broader connection and network to everything around you. And it's not overwhelming, it's not too much, it's just right, and allowing you to really align with possibly your soul tribe and or your true work, okay? Confirmation. Yeah, and as I pull the Psychic Tarot deck as well, for further confirmations, we have triumphant success. So whatever this is that you're going to be undertaking, it seems that it will be successful, okay? You're going to be able to move forward, all right? You're getting the green light. This may be your green light. Go ahead, green light, go ahead. Okay. Something that just came to mind as well. Yeah, stand your ground. You're being guided to stand your ground because there may have been some karmic toxic energies or ties or perceptions or projections that you may have been associating to a part of your reality, and you're letting all of that go. You're being spiritually guided and aligned to stand your ground because you know your truth. You have your truth. Okay? The number 20 again coming up may be significant. All right? So I'm picking up 2020, okay? You're having perfect vision, having perfect sight. Some of your clairs may be activating as well if you are familiar with those spiritual aspects within the spiritual community, okay? But you're being guided to stand your ground as you are moving forward in truth. And the universe is letting you know that you're going to have triumph and success. And you've possibly been in this space of suffering in silence with 9, okay, being here, but it did come up reverse. So you have completed a process, a phase, a karmic cycle. You're stepping into Dharma, okay, if you are familiar with the Eastern meanings of spirituality. But either way, 9 is representing completion, okay? And suffering in silence, you were completely suffering in silence. Possibly, I digress, in the very beginning of the reading, I mentioned that first card, we had the 10 of Wands, which is a very heavy burden. I mean, overwhelming burden, right? Stress. Actions being taken against you, actions taken against yourself, right? You've stepped out of that as the suffering in silence card is in reverse, and 9 reverse is representing a 6, which is representing balance, okay? So you've come into balance with standing your ground, honoring your truth, okay? Which is another symbolism in the traditional tarot deck of the Judgment card, okay? Which represents balance again. So Libra energy, highly significant, but really balancing out these darks, these lights, your shadows, your goods, your bads, your uglies, your in-betweens, and finding new balance and creating space for you to move forward. And it appears that the universe has co-signed this for you, okay? With this Wheel of Fortune energy, the Lord of the forces of life. This is a major arcana card. So you definitely are tapping in. Some of you may be master healers yourself. Some of you may have been resistant to this type of language, to this type of experience and connection, but you're here now. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying it. And it's only going to get better because you've stepped into new levels of awareness through your mind, okay? Your clairvoyance has activated your crown chakra, okay? And even the chakras above your crown are activating, and you're starting to become interconnected interdimensionally, ancestrally. This language may be resonating for you, all right? And your third eye chakra is completely open. Your mind has opened with the 6. You're moving forward with a balanced mind, okay? And the number 1, again, we did say we saw 1122 earlier as well, all right? You're really stepping forward with a balanced mind. I'm picking up this balance between your higher self and your lower self, and really this parallel and mirror dimension frequency and energy is coming to me. So that may ring significant to you. 22, 55 as well. So major changes took place to bring this balance for you, okay? All right, and we'll go through the karma cards as well, just to get a bit more clarification so you can know your exact next step. And remember, you are always going to be your best guide. I just enjoy being in my life purpose and helping you get these messages, all right? And clearly some of you are enjoying it as well, so that's a plus. Let's see. Happy day. Okay, so that may be very significant. You may be having a great day. All right, so the number 8, yeah, stepping into your personal power of abundance, okay? Yeah, as a life or death issue, your understanding putting yourself first isn't as selfish as we have been led to believe, especially within the Western community, society. It's been this constant go of energy, yeah, and responsibly. Yeah, you're doing something, look, success, it's your destiny, you're stepping, okay. So we have the 10th house, 10 being significant, again, breaking down to a 1, a new beginning, but you're going to have success in whatever new beginning this is going to be. And you're being guided to remember to think mentally, success, think practically, success. Envision yourself, okay? And this is going to be some occult knowledge. Envision yourself simply being successful, and reality in the world has no choice but to respond that back to you. Now, you can't fake it. It has to be something that you intrinsically feel, almost as though you close your eyes and you picture something in your mind and you see it coming true, and you can feel it, you can smell it, you can hear it, you can touch it, and you can taste it. As close to your senses as you can get it to that is going to be better to really hone in this success, okay? This complete success, all right? Let's see next card spin. All right. Yeah, you're stepping into your North Node. That's exactly what I picked up. You're stepping into your North Node where you're going to be able to move forward and really allow yourself to feel fulfillment, really allow yourself to have your cake and eat it too and not feel guilty about it, because you'll have so much cake. All right. There is a innuendo in reference there, but and you'll have so much cake that you'll be able to share with others. Okay. So really, I'm picking up that the universe may also be, what I'm picking up is that the universe may be blessing you with this frequency of, oh, look, in Leo, you're on fire. So you have earth, we had earth, fire, and water energies, and you're blending them all together to really step into your North Node. You may have a North Node in Leo. That may be significant as well. Yeah, you're guided to do something that's going to be service to others. So this doesn't necessarily have to be any field of hospitality or that would be traditionally defined as a hospitality, but or service being, or as being of service to others. But what's happening is you stepping into your North Node and honoring yourself and giving yourself this value and this abundance and this growth and this space to now move forward with wisdom that you've learned from those harsh experiences of the very recent past. You are now able to be of service of others, act as a guide, act as some form of inspiration, act as a form of connectivity, light. Okay, I'm picking up currency as well. But currency not as monetarily, as a frequency, okay, as a current, okay, a current of energy. All right, this is what's coming to mind. So you're electric, you're electrifying right now. I'm picking up Grease, okay, that's what's coming up. The films, the film movie Grease may be significant. Also the location Greece may be significant, and also the literal product or physical substance of grease. It's almost as though oil, an anointing oil, has been added to you, and you are now able to move, glide in that Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups energy, in addition to remaining grounded like a tire wheel, okay, on a road, being able to. I'm picking up all of the components of a car that make it run and work, like the brakes and the gas and the tires and the windshield wipers, all of those components coming together, and you are that vehicle. You are that vessel now to move forward, okay? And that has been a part of your North Node, and it is divinely aligned for you to do so, as you do have the Wheel of Fortune in your favor, referencing the forces of life and what creates life and what we are all here breathing simultaneously, even you across the screen. Very dependent upon what type of nature you are of, as there are deeper knowings that are being unveiled slowly. Anyway, a lot of channeling. I am hoping that this resonated with you. I know it will. Either way. So, spiritually, you're being let known to have faith in leadership as a life or death issue responsibly. Okay, have faith in leadership responsibly. Have faith in leadership as a life or death issue. So I'm also picking up for any of the rebels in the collective right now. You're being guided to make the practical steps to defeat or conquer within. Okay, you're not going to blast out and act out and crash out. I'm picking up to an absurd degree that it disconnects you from the goal. You're not going to lose the plot. Okay, you're going to stay connected, and you're going to be able to Trojan horse your energy through this or any chaos externally of you that is perceived. Okay, you're going to be able to move forward in a very balanced way, and that's a blessing that, well, we don't like that language here. Blessing etymology is breaking down to be less. There's more layers to it if you look into some occult knowledge, but we're going to say you are being anointed with the understanding, and now that you have been empowered with the knowledge, you are able to move forward with those brakes applied with the correct grease. The WD-40 may be significant. The number 40 specifically may be significant, as well as the WD. So those letters. I'm also picking up WB, World Wide Web, Warner Brothers. So maybe even getting into some form of acting or personification of whatever creative leadership, service to others endeavor that you're guided to pursue. Okay. Mentally, do not worry about the creativeness of success. Do not worry about the creativeness of getting and using power, right? So you may have been afraid to step into this power. You may have been afraid to be seen. You may have been afraid or had fear as something external to you, when ultimately, when you align, you realize that you were possibly fearing yourself. Okay, you are so powerful, you are so amazing. All right, so stepping into this energy. And physically, now is the time to do what you want to do and use other people's resources. And now is the time to do what you want to do and become a person of power and status. And how power and status and using others' resources aligns with you would be specific. For example, you may be an elder millennial and you are forced, quote unquote, to move back in with family, and you are a aspiring actor and you're going to use those connections to get where you need to go, and or you're an individual creating a whole new paradigm and reality and way of communication, and you are going to use what you have to get done what you need to get done and not feel guilty about it and be unafraid about it and not be afraid of your power. Use that fear that you are feeling to go ahead and move yourself forward in this endeavor, okay, of whatever new place you find your wholeness, your complete self being able to acquire power and status, okay? This can be in the very conventional sense, but I'm really picking up to notate, and so something about a notation as well, but I'm really picking up to mention that the key will be to notate where you are, keeping progress, keeping track, okay? Staying aligned, because that will help, I'm picking up, that will help bring the entire picture together for you. That will help you remember the progress that you have made, to remember that even in trying times or perceived trying times, there are things to always be grateful for. And the biggest thing for you to be grateful for now would be yourself, in the sense that you loving yourself is going to allow you to spread that out to others, okay? And really be able to communicate it effectively, all right? I'm really getting the imagery of an artist that is art, okay? And having been in a space of fear and overburden, stopping them from sharing their message, sharing their gift, okay? And the perceptions and attachments to whatever that was, that heavy energy that we've separated from. So it looks like you are being granted and ordained to step into your true north, your north node, okay? Something possibly about the northern states or the northern area of where you live may be significant. You may have been being called to travel or go there, all right? But your 10th house, so this is definitely, so resources and career are really heavy in this reading, okay? As we saw from the very first pull before the shuffle. But you're stepping into your north node, get into the light. You may have some Leo energy that you need to express, some fire energy. So you may be a Leo's, an Aries, and or a, wow, it's escaping me right now. So that's it. So Leo and Aries, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, okay? Okay, you may have Leo in the 8th house, you may have Leo in the 10th house. Anyone relevant external to you, to the situation, may have Leo placements there as well, 10th and 8th house as well, all right? But you're stepping into your north node, all right? And we'll also get spiritually with other messages. There will be self-confidence to create your destiny using your personal power. All right, there will be confidence to create personal power. And so you're using your self-confidence to create your personal power. You're also using your self-confidence to create your destiny, okay? And we did talk about this, where you're stepping into a dimension or timeline of yourself that is allowing you to move forward exactly in the ways that is true, in the ways that are true to your soul. Something about is, you are, I am. These affirmations and statements are going to be very powerful for you, okay? So stepping into affirmations as well as power statements, okay? I'm picking up power statements, things that empower you. You have a negative thought, instantly cancel it out, snap your fingers, and or subconsciously let your mind know, hey, any negative thought that I have, I'm going to move it forward any negative thought that I have is going to introduce 100 positive thoughts, right? And the more that you repeat this pattern, it becomes a habit of repetition, then it actually becomes a process and a way of life and being, okay? I'm picking up this flow, confirmation. I'm picking up this flow, feng shui, okay? So something may be time oriented in relation to the Gregorian calendar or how we perceive time. You may have felt like you were out of time, you didn't have enough time, time has passed by. But I'm really picking up that time is relative, okay? This message is going to be for you, tribe. The time is relative, and no matter where you are in your life, what stage, what perspective, what time is not irrelevant, but relevant, and you are outside of time. Time is a part of a few things. If you're having fun, the time is going to fly by. If you feel like your fun times have flown by, welcome fun back in, okay? Every stage of life has a different dynamic, and all these cycles have different treasures and gems hidden between the veil, between the lines, between reading between the lines of time. Reading between the lines of time, okay? Maybe significant for someone. Also significant, so picking up pleasure as well. So this has been a very career-oriented reading. This has been a very self-power-oriented reading. These things are being regenerated within you, and you are regenerating them yourself, along with whatever energies, magic, occultism, practices, beliefs, whatever frequencies and energies you're also working with. They're empowering you for this too, okay? All right. We're going to use the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck today to move forward to the 4D and see what messages you're getting possibly from your ancestors, angels, whichever energies, entities you're working with. And you may see some imagery that relates to them as well in the cards. All right, quick shuffle. Let's see. Okay. All right, we have two. Yeah, Fire Guardian and Protection Guardian. These came out together recently as well. So you have guardians around you, okay? You have the Protection Guardian, okay? A masculine energy, and then you have a feminine energy of the Protection Guardian. So something about a garden as well. But take a look at these. I'm also picking up on these peacock feathers for the first time in this reading, this peacock crown. So I'm seeing show your true self, show your authentic self. And society will tell you to be yourself. I'm picking up this as well. Society will tell you to be yourself, but just not like that, right? But what I'm picking up is you determining where you want to be and what you want society to be, right? Really building and connecting with this tribal connection. I'm picking up this decolonization of what was, okay? The statements coming back, those affirmation statements that I mentioned coming back, is and I am, all right? So you're really stepping into your unique individuality. You are protected to do this. Your individuality is being protected. I'm also picking up the Aztec image of the sun. You may want to look into what that means spiritually. It's not specifically what's on the shield, but you may have some ancestors of an Aztec nature or possibly lived or experienced during that time. You may have also had, I'm picking up astral traveled to this type of energy and dimension and frequency, but things are channeling through to you, okay? All right. Also, the horse spirit may be significant. I'm just noticing now during the reading, the background in this photo. All right, so the horse spirit may be significant. You may have that Chinese zodiac sign. You may have the Chinese zodiac sign of a winged creature or animal. All right. So you're igniting your passions and dropping your shields, okay? You are protecting yourself and your passions, and you're being guided to drop those shields because you're also being divinely accounted for, divinely held, divinely protected, okay? This is the message from your ancestors. So really heavy communication with the colors blue and the feathers. Look out for angel numbers, angel feathers. And also with this fire energy, you may be practicing forms of telekinesis. I'm picking up omnikinesis, which is something we practice on this channel. So really being a reality bender, okay? Bending your reality, all right? Life will be as good as you tell it to be, life will be as bad as you can only allow yourself to experience. It's up to you, and you putting yourself in alignment to hold that space and frequency for this new chapter of what you are in totality. Okay? We'll grab one more. Okay. All right. So as I just said, the Druid, hold the space. So this is reminding me of the Hermit card. You may also be guided to work with crystals. All right, depending on where you are in your spiritual journey, crystals may hold a vibration. If we look into the animism aspect and the metaphysical properties of crystals, you may be getting messages to work with a crystal, or you may have one around you as well. Clear quartz is what I'm picking up here, or some type of clear crystal as seen in this image. Wow. Whoa. All right, we got two. Okay. All right, so the Druid energy, really stepping out into nature, getting into botanical, herbal, and those forms of plant medicine and magic. I'm also picking up the High Priest. All right, so you may identify as a High Priestess. You may identify as a High Priest. This is your confirmation heavily. All right, you may have Asian and Egyptian ancestry. You may want to look into those, see what those priests during that time, what they were named, what they were called. Those things may be calling to you and may add life back into you, okay? We have intend and create, literally. Take that focus, that vision, and visualize it in all the ways you can feel it as if it is already yours, okay? So you're stepping into this High Priest energy. And again, with the winged creatures, you may want to look into the spiritual representation of a falcon. Okay, I'm also picking up eagles. And then simultaneously what fell out was the Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Okay. And in this imagery, I'm picking up the androgynous energy. And similar to the tarot, the High Priestess and the High Priest, okay, and the Magician, I'm picking up these energies, but almost as though these are counterparts, okay? Really leading you and the symbolism of the Merkaba, okay? So sacred geometry, sacred crystals and energy, you may want to tap into that. The Merkaba energy vibrating down onto this priest, okay? And from there, actually extending him into his wings, okay? These wings that seem to be attached to him. And then we have here the medicine mother, okay? So getting into the practices of understanding you are the medicine, okay? Okay, and what's coming to mind is that a healer will go through the darkness and then come back to share that medicine. So you have a medicine to share. You may be the medicine, okay? So you're holding the space there. I'm also going to, all right. So I'm also picking up polarities and magnetism as well. So that may be significant for you too. So we have cosmic reading cards. These are what I'm going to be pulling from today. They connected with this. Let's see. Yeah, see, I did pick this up earlier. This mirrored parallel energy and frequency, these mirrored souls is what this card is called. Mirrored souls. Okay. Right? So something about twin flames, something about the other side of yourself, the other halves of yourself, all the parts of you. Okay, and 21 coming up again. So 2 and 1, which have been prevalent within and throughout the reading. So you're doing something without possibly a mirrored soul or frequency. You may be guided to come together with a community, with others, with other aspects of yourself as well. I'm picking up to activate this I want to say black hole, but what I'm picking up is to activate this void, this space for creation, for further creation. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. And I'll read the Mirrored Souls card specifically. All right, so since this is stepping into the conscious awareness as we started with the cosmic cards, and this connects more to the conscious awareness and interconnectedness of all living things, this may be that you are being contacted and connected to by non-human intelligences that are seeking that are seeking to work with you. Okay, that'll be a specific confirmation for a select few of the tribe, depending on where you are. Okay, now I'll read to you the mirrored souls. There is an undeniable spiritual connection here with this other soul. This will help you see all the facets of yourself. So let's see. The person in question is indeed a mirrored soul, reflecting back the hidden aspects of yourself, both beautiful and challenging. The connection of mirrored souls is one of the hardest yet most fulfilling relationships you'll ever experience. Serving as cosmic mirrors, each soul reflects aspects of the other that may need healing and balancing. Although this process can be confrontational and challenging, it is also rewarding as it accelerates the growth in both souls. So, if you have issues with self-worth and self-love, your soulmate will soon mirror to you those same qualities or do things that may cause those hidden shades to surface. There will be times when you will feel very tested and challenged. However, if you see this beautiful partnership as an opportunity for growth, both you and your partner will come to embody unconditional love. Each time your mirrored soul does something to aggravate and hurt you, see this moment as an invitation to go within to find the shadow or the wounded self that is being provoked by these actions. See this as a wonderful opportunity to break old belief systems and patterns that held you a prisoner of your own mind. Your mirrored soul challenges you, but also assists in freeing you from that repetitious wheel of suffering. You are moving through the shadowlands and coming back to a place of acceptance, love, and compassion. This is the greatest gift you can bestow upon each other. Affirmation. Through the reflection of your soul, I am better able to see all aspects of myself. Associated chakras, sacral and the heart chakra. Okay? So meeting of hearts, souls, and minds. Okay, I just noticed this in the imagery, that they are connecting. And this connective light is weaving in this interconnected energy, this aether, these neurites, correct me if I'm wrong, but the particles that are existing and flowing through everything all at once while not being impacted by those passing throughs, these neurocytes, this is the energy that I'm picking up, okay? All right, so something here makes sense for you all, okay? I also got a confirmation. But for now, tribe, so this has been the reading for today. I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your day. The more that we get subscriptions and build the community, I will be posting more as well. For now, keeping more shorts and instant confirmations on those sides, that side of YouTube. Also check out my ebook, The Perception Project, is one of my author works. And also check out my Instagram and other social media platforms for different art and therapies and pathways, as anything that I create is intended to heal a piece of myself and also heal a piece of you, okay? The name Kyle may be significant. Gray, John, Holland, okay? Any other names? Okay, something about signs. Raz, the letters or the letters in the names that I mentioned may be significant. Person, place, thing, okay? Jurgen's ring, okay? And all right, that's it for now, tribe. Thank you so much for being you. And remember, love is